Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant about Terror on the Prairie, the Gina Carano movie. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 9. Book 9 is available in ebook form. The trade is coming soon. And speaking of coming, here's Gina Carano. Oops. And she is the wife of a settler out on the prairie, trying to survive on the frontier. I like westerns, as you all know, but I'm not going to sugarcoat my comments just because maybe I like the cut of Gina's jib here. I'm going to review this just like I would any other movie. Now, that being said, it looks good. What do you want from me? It's a typical western in that it's got a lot of gunfighters. It's got that's a great shot there. I mean, they did some work on it here, right? They were at least shooting this in 2 different seasons. Good for them. It really lends credibility. And this was exactly what was missing from the Hateful Eight. Sorry to tell you. Sweeping vistas. I want to see some damn vistas in the shot. So they're surviving out on the prairie, and there's snakes, everything. So then these guys come to get her husband, who went to town, I think, and she has to defend the homestead on her own with her son and baby. And so, Gina being Gina, she picks up some guns and she gets to firing them, as they say. And you can pretty much map out the rest. It looks cool. Looks cool. All right, let's check out the credits. Written by Josiah Nelson. Directed by Michael Polish or Polish? Would you pronounce that? Polish. I'll say Polish. Executive producers Ben Shapiro, Caleb Robinson, Jonathan Dechter, and Nicholas Charter. Producers Jeremy Boring, Gina Carano as an actual producer. So this all looks good. And Gina starred in the movie, produced it, and didn't shoot anybody. How about that? I mean, didn't shoot anybody, for reals. Anyhow, so it's pretty standard. Ooh, that's nasty looking. Pretty standard stuff here. First act, you establish the family. They're out on the prairie. It's tough life. They're raising a family, and maybe I think the dad has a little bit of a past. Anyhow, at some point he has to go to town. So he leaves the family to go to town, which ain't across the street. Gets on a horse. See you in a day or two. While that's going on, there's a gang, I guess. I don't know what they are specifically, but there's some gang of guys on horseback. And they're looking for her husband. And they come to the farm when he's gone. So Gina sort of plays her cards. She's kind of sly about it. She sort of lets them stay, but they're adhering to, say, the etiquette of the time at first. They're kind of sitting outside, but Gina knows that they're bad news. She can kind of sense it, and then at some point, they tip their hand, and she realizes, they're gonna kill or capture her husband when he comes back. Maybe both. So they end up in a shootout, and Gina this is like first to second act, right? First act is the establishment. I think when he leaves for town, that would be the beginning of the second act. Second act is the bad guys show up, and then it's like back and forth between her and Gina, them and Gina. So that's most of the second act, and then slowly they ramp up until by the end of the second act they're trying to kill her. Basically, they're just going to kill everybody and then wait for him. And then probably the third act is she's fighting it out, running out of bullets, and then the husband shows up. Something like that. And then they shoot it out. And, westerns, it can end darkly. You could get an ending where they die. I don't think so. I think Definitely Gina lives. Yeah, I think they live. Um, and the bad guys all die. So Gina Carano, Nick Searcy, there they are kicking in the door. There she is, firing back, stabbing a dude. Looks pretty, pretty grueling. You know, I like when they do grueling stuff. Yeah, here are the bad guys. Let's see. Yeah, there they are. There's Gina in the foreground there, and look at this shot. It's beautiful. That's what we needed in Hateful Eight. I know I keep harping on that, but it just drove me nuts. You know, Quentin goes out to shoot this thing, brags that it's on 70 millimeter, and the whole thing's inside, except for like the opening. Like, would have killed him to do a couple of scenes outside, just a couple like this. Look at that. It's beautiful. That's production value. That's what they call production value. You gotta have a little bit of it, especially in a Western. That's like part of the deal, right? These people are like, they're ants compared to the natural beauty of the Wild West. They're like nothing, you know? They're in a harsh land. It's raw. It's primitive. This shows that visually. So would I see this movie? Of course I would see this movie. It comes out, I think it comes out the 4th. No, 14th. So are they dropping it like they did with their other movie from the Daily Wire? Are they going to put it, ooh, sexy. Are they going to put it on, you know, like the internet one night? I thought maybe that's what I read. Maybe it's on the 4th. Oh, I'm doing the signing on the 4th. I hope I don't miss it. Anyhow, I'll be doing a signing, speaking of which, from 11 to 5 at the comic book store near Rowan College. I'm not sure, what town is that? I guess that's Pittman? Is that Pittman? Pittman or Glassboro, wherever it is. Rowan. It's right on the Rowan campus, basically. It's literally right across the street. You could kick a comic book across the street to the campus. That's how close it is. Anyhow, yeah, Terror on the Prairie. Sure. Yeah, sign me up. I'll give it an upvote. Hope it does well for you, Gina. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. We got 2 other videos there, and we'll see you in the next one.